welcome back to my channel. This is Liz Love Hearts here. I'm someone who's into harajuku fashion as well as cosplay. So today I'm not in cosplay because I have a lot of stuff going on later at the store. So yeah, today the background is at the store. I'm having a workshop later where I'm sharing some makeup tips with cosplayers. So I know this is a highly requested video and there have been so many questions. I apologize for taking so long really, but I have all the questions here. So that's, you can see, it's quite a lot. I'll try to answer as much as I can today. And like I said, my answers are not absolute, but it's based on my 14 years of experience for helping out cosplayers and helping out new people who's into cosplay and stuff like that. So also judging quite a few events, whether I'm doing judging in Singapore or in Indonesia or in Malaysia, stuff like that. These are some tips that I really want to share with fellow new people who's into cosplay. So it's always good to do some homework and research before you actually jump into this new hobby, because it takes quite a bit of knowledge and you can save the hassle of making mistakes and, you know, maybe making some stuff that you wish you knew earlier. So without further ado, let's jump into the questions. So random pick, the first question. Okay, I have a lot of messages, sorry. So this is okay, quite a long question. So let's read it. When I use wig spray, gel or wax, the hair gets hard and do not look soft. Is there a special brand of hairspray to hold hair but not harden it, especially the fringe area? Okay, this is one of the questions that I thought during my cosplay workshop. So what you actually do is go easy on the hairspray. Choose something that is really sturdy, hard holding, but don't spray it all over the whole wig because it will look like a helmet rather than wig. So you didn't want that to happen, because if let's say you're doing some anti-gravity poses lying down or you know whatever, and your hair looks stiff, no hair, the wig looks stiff, it doesn't look good. So you still want to have some flowness, so go easy and try to spray maybe the top layer. But then again, this depends on the hairstyle that your wig have. If let's say it's a spiky one, then maybe it's not so. But yeah, my tip is go for a strong hold, but go easy on it rather than getting something that's not strong holding and spam it, and then when it dries up and then you realize that, oh my god, it's actually that stiff. So yeah, prevention will be better. So always go by layering. If you felt like you have totally dried up and you can still like take more hairspray, then you go for a second layer, something like that. Okay, so because there are different types of wigs and there's different types of hairspray, so try to experiment a little and see how it goes for what you have purchased. Alright, okay, so this question is done. Next question. Okay. How to use spoon to temporarily treat dark eye bags? Oh, okay. This is more for spoon for eye bags, but not say dark eye bags. Correct me if I'm wrong, but normally cold spoon or chilled spoon is more for like a temporary solutions for eye bags to calm down the puffiness. But dark eye bag, maybe it's genetic if I'm not wrong, like you know some people tend to have darker circles even though they do sleep enough. So I guess it's the blood circulation. So this case, if it's really dark, I would recommend using a red or orange concealer to go over it and then cover it with the correct skin tone that you have. But like I say, there are many methods. You can also use like a like a used tea bags, something like that. So yeah, I think that'd be cool. That can work too. But always try to sleep proper, like at least 3 days before an event that you know you're gonna show up, so that you don't look puffy, you don't look drained, you don't look exhausted. You know, I know it's hard and but you can always try. Okay, I hope this answered your question. So let's go on to the next one. Okay. What is the biggest secret to removing eye bags? Oh, another eye bag question. Or using mountains of concealer. mountains. Example, cucumber, honey with lemon, or charcoal mask. I will say, actually this kind of thing depends on individual. There's no absolute answer, but like I mentioned, you can go for the tea bag thing. But after you're drinking your tea, the tea bag you don't throw away. You can actually put it over your eyes. There's also people who use like cucumber slices, but like I said, if your problem is just temporarily, like it appeared overnight, yeah, you can use this kind of temporary solutions to counter it. But if it's a generic or something that you have for years, I think it's pretty difficult to do that. So you don't keep on mountains, you just need to use the right coverage concealer. If let's say your concealer have only what do you call that, mild coverage, you keep on mountains of it, it doesn't equals to a well coverage. It's just thickening the amount of makeup you have under your eye, which is actually not advised because eye is a sensitive area. You didn't want to clog the pores, and then you will have like white seeds and stuff like that, which is worse. So what I would recommend is get the right textures. Like there are concealer that comes in creams and gels and a foundation texture, but I would suggest if it's so bad, you can go for a good coverage one that is maybe cream, but go easy on it, because if you spend too much on it, you're bringing a highlight to it instead of, you know, covering it. So I hope this answers your question. So let's go for the next one. Let's see. Okay. How to hide my body scars? Example, spots on legs, stomach, stretch marks, or birthmarks, etc. Okay, so I assume that you are asking that this area that you can see the scars are visible. So well, I will say it depends on how big the area or whether there's any like blood clots, blood clots and stuff that's on the surface. If it's not, it's just marks for years, I think a good way would be to actually put concealer and cover it, or just put a bandage over it, but new color kind. So even if people see it, they won't be so anal. They think that, oh, poor fella, you injured yourself. But if it's a big area, don't put a lot of plasters over it, because it will look awkward. If it's just one or two, I think it's still alright. People won't be so anal about it. But if you want to put very nice coverage, I've seen people who have like tattoos, but they put foundation and cover the whole back. It's amazing. So you can try that, but like I said, you need help if it's on the back. If it's area that you can't reach, you can work with a mirror. But if a mirror can't help you, you need someone else to help you with that. But yeah, if you know that it's a big area that's hard to avoid, try not to do that cosplay. You know, there are so many characters out there. I'm sure you can find any. Okay, next question. It was throughout. Yeah, okay. Another concealer question. What is the best concealer brand to hide dark eye bags? Best coverage, or there are other special makeup or techniques to hide really dark eye bags? I won't call it dark bags or dark eye bag. I would say dark circle eye bags. Yeah, but like I mentioned earlier, maybe the orange or red concealer, try to play with it and get something that is cream based and really high coverage, that you just put a layer and it works, that kind. Best brand wise, I will say brands is a very individual preference kind of thing, but I would recommend, because it's an individual stuff, it's good to go around the counters to ask the staff to try on you, like maybe divide into 4 areas. Can you try this half and another this half, another? You have 4 brands already, and then you see what you like, and maybe you walk around for a few hours, you see how's the result like. I know it might look weird if you have concealer that is how to say, just concealer on your face, but maybe you can just cover a little with some powder so you do look weird walking around with just 4 patches of concealer. But yeah, you cover it well, and then you see which one actually works for you. Why do I say that? Because different people have different kind of oil coming out from their pores or sweat coming out from their pores and stuff like that. So you really need to try out and not skip the introduction of which is the best, because sometimes the best might not work for some people. So I didn't want you to try with so much confidence, and then always try out, because I believe the sales assistant will be more than happy to try on you and let you feel how is their product, and always check if you are allergic to it or anything before you actually spend on it. I hope that answers your questions. So let's go for the next question. Okay, when I go to events, I'm scared that there's perverts trying to lift my skirt or anyhow touch me. Happens once before, and is there some kind of protection device cosplayers can carry around? Example, special needs? It's bad that happened. I understand your feeling. You're feeling insecure. You're feeling like it's so hard to trust strangers, not to disturb your private space. So I will recommend, one thing is, if you know you're having a skirt and you're not comfortable in case someone touch you, what you can do is go protected. That means you can wear blue, so even if you flip up your whole skirt, you know that at least you're not showing your underwear. So yeah, just get protected, but get a thin one maybe so that it's not that hot and it's breathable, like cotton, that kind of stuff. And if you don't want people to touch you, I would say, I guess they touch you when you're not aware. If not, you could always beg if you see someone suddenly going near you. And I think another method would be, if you're really insecure, go with someone who is by your side, and like a left-wing man or right-wing women, to help you look out for such perverts. So yeah, I think that's really important. So I hope that answers your questions, and let's go on to the next. I'm like 12 minutes into it, and I only answer like a few. Okay, next, eyeliner, wing up versus wing down. What are the effects and when to use? Okay, wing down, you tend to look more sad. Wing up, like my case, is to look more uplifted. But these are not when to use. You have to follow the character. If it's up, you don't give it a down. If it's down, you don't give it an up. So just follow according to the character. I think that will be better. And if you're talking about daily use, I will say, look at the shape of your eyes. Okay, you see whether you have droopy eyes. You don't go for a down wing, you make it worse. Just go for the up wing if you feel that you have droopy eyes, or if you feel that you have the Chinese almond shape eye, you can go with a bit down wing, a bit, not too much. I know the Korean trend is down wing and all, but yeah, it doesn't harm to see what actually suits you rather than just following the trend. Okay, I hope that has answered the questions, and let's get into it. Okay, I can't get this piece out. Okay, I got it. Okay, how to cry silently inside when other cosplayer at event says your hard work cosplay sucks. Ouch. That's really mean. Okay, so anyway, you don't cry silently. Okay, even when people say your hard work cosplay sucks, tell yourself it's hard work. Okay, I will take your critics and I will see what from the critics can help me to improve. And tell yourself and pat yourself on the shoulder and say, I need to try. I know there are so many, what do you call that, people who looks down on people's effort or doesn't know what's behind the scene kind of thing or whatever it is, but you don't have to answer to anyone. If you feel that you put in a lot of effort for it, you justify your actions, don't be affected by what people say about it. Some people are just jealous, some people are just envious, but yeah, we can't help that there are such people in the world. So yes, if you felt that you have done a good job, don't take it so hard on yourself. Life is hard already. Don't add on other people's opinion. So I hope that answers your questions. Let's grab another one. Okay, is there a secret to whitening teeth? Oh god, I think this is a long topic by itself. There's a lot of stuff, but I think the fastest and cheapest way is maybe once or twice a week. No, once a week or once a fortnight. You add baking soda to your toothpaste and then you brush your teeth with it. You let it stay for a while, take the time to really brush them, and then it will sort of like make it whiter. And there are some people who say like you can go for laser treatments. I do know, because I'm a blogger, that there are whitening like laser treatments that's about $35 only. So if you want to know it, comment the box below, or you can PM me. I'll tell you where to go for the treatment and save yourself a hassle. But do not go too heavy with the baking soda because it might thin down your animal, which is not what you want to do. Okay. So the next question, and also a teeth whitening thing is, try to avoid color staining beverage or food if you're meeting someone important. I think that's also another tip. Okay, so next question is, what areas of the face uses a highlighter? So, good question. I guess you are still learning. So, areas where you want to highlight, like under the brows and normally the cheekbones. Some people like to highlight here. Yeah, that will be more of the common area that people use. And some people do put on the brow bones, and it's up to you. But yeah, it's normally the boning area. If you have very strong features, do not add on because it might just overkill it. But if you feel that as an Asian you need some help, then yeah, you can look for those areas. But also not forgetting the nose. I almost forgot that. How could I? But it depends on individual. Like for me wise, I felt that it works when I just put this triangle corner, because I felt like for my face, my nose is still alright, I'm loving it. It's just that maybe here is a little flat, so I'll just add here. So it's always good to find someone who is like a makeup artist or anyone you saw them in events or introducing product. Go to them, ask them where are the areas you find that is good for them to tell you to focus on that area, so that be good. It doesn't mean that these are the areas everybody has to go for that area. It depends on where you need and where you do not need. There are some people who put here as well, so it depends. But the main common areas are like those that I mentioned. So yeah, I hope that answers your questions. And let's go on to another question. Okay. How to prevent smudge on chest after shaving bust line? Okay, I guess you are talking about coloring a cleavage. So, how to prevent? Okay, this is not easy because any form of makeup, especially with colors, and if you're wearing white, I think it's hard to prevent, especially in the summer weather where you tend to perspire. So I will say there are some stuff that's called like fixing spray. So maybe instead of just doing it on your face, you can bring down to your chest level to sort of like fix it on. If not, if you feel that your costume is precious, you can wear another layer that does not show within that costume, so that it stays that part of the shirt instead of your precious costume. So that could be the way, but I think you can try the fixing spray and see whether it works. If not, you try to get something that is a better quality concealer-ish, not concealer, contour-ish kind of powder when you do your shading, because there are some foundation, I know the texture sucks, but you put some brush and a lot of powder comes out with it. So yeah, you try not to get that kind. You try to get those that you use just a bit, but the pigmentation is about there, not too heavy, unless you're very experienced. If not, I think that will be good. Okay, so let's move for one last question. It's coming to 20 minutes. Please explain concealer. I'm getting all the concealer questions. Wine got powder, cream, stick, liquid base, oil base, and how to choose. Okay, like I say, it depends on your requirements. There are many types, yes. If you just need a bit, go for a lighter texture. If you feel that you need a lot, you need a heavier texture, better coverage. And Oil-based, water-based, it depends whether you perspire a lot, you produces oil a lot. So these are the questions, and these are the types that caters to different needs, because everybody has different types. So you have to find what suits you. And it's best, like I say, when you go to the counter, ask the staff. And when you have 4, you can go the next day, check for another 4, and observe how they work on your skin. And then that's how you decide. I mean, tips is free, trying out the product is free, so you should just try it out and, you know, get the best one that fits your budget. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching today. I really promise that I'll try to do another to settle all the rest of the questions here. And this box will be at Haru pop-up store where people can drop their questions, or during workshops we'll cover more questions. But I'll try to cover more questions, and I thank you so much for your patience and watching this video. And I hope to see you next time. If you like the video, remember to like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye!